Hello everybody, this is Mr. Curry and welcome back to the AI Classroom 2.0. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Today we're going to be talking again about ChatGPT. Now in the last video we talked about the free version of ChatGPT, but today we're going to be talking about the paid version. Now there's been a lot of drama in the ChatGPT world with Sam Altman leaving and then coming back and then threatening to go to Microsoft and then the board getting fired and then Sam Altman ultimately coming back again. It's been like a soap opera or a TV novella. It's been crazy. As of right now, Sam Altman is back as the CEO and everything is good in ChatGPT world. So let's get into the paid version of ChatGPT. So here I am in ChatGPT. The paid version is ChatGPT 4, the free version is ChatGPT 3.5. In the paid version, you have a limit of 40 messages every 3 hours. Also, in ChatGPT, you have a context window of 125,000 tokens, which comes out to be about 100,000 words you can upload at a time, which is pretty much like a whole book. Claude 2 is the only rival to ChatGPT that has a bigger context window where you can have about 150,000 words. It just upped it to 200,000 tokens, which is about 150,000 words. But I'm pretty sure ChatGPT will increase as time goes on. But I will be making a video on Claude 2, which is the rival to ChatGPT OpenAI, which is done by Anthropic. So there are three aspects of the paid version that you don't get in the free version. The first is vision. In vision, you can upload images to ChatGPT, whether that's with your phone or through the internet. You can upload any image and ChatGPT will analyze that image. There's also DALL-E 3. It's an image generator. Now, there are many image generators in the AI world. There's Leonardo, there's Stable Diffusion, there's Midjourney, there's Ideogram. These are all great. But the thing about ChatGPT that I love the most about its image generator is that it can generate pretty good images with text. It can include text with images, which is what a lot of them can't do. Now, Midjourney is probably the best overall, but Midjourney is still not good with text. So this is a great addition to ChatGPT. The third thing you can do with the paid version is the advanced data analyzer. You can upload data from your class and it will create a pie chart, or it can create a line graph, or it can create a scatter plot or a heat graph. So let's first get into vision. GPT Vision, you can upload images. And as a teacher, there's so many use cases for this. So for example, I'll give you one example. Let's say I was a PE teacher and we were doing a lesson on basketball and I was trying to teach the proper shooting form. So let's say I get a picture. Let's go online here and get, let's see, Joakim Noah. He had a pretty bad shooting form. So let's get this image of Joakim Noah. Now imagine this was a picture of a student, right? Imagine I actually took a picture with my phone. Now the best way to use, I think, ChatGPT in the classroom is to have the app on your phone. And I'll put the link to the app for either Android or iOS in the description below. But imagine you're taking a picture of a student, whether that's shooting a basketball, or if you teach them how to hit a baseball or how to hold a tennis racket, it will analyze that stance. So if I go to ChatGPT and I click the paperclip, okay, and I go to my image of Joakim Noah and I say, analyze this shooting form, it can see that image and it will tell me what is wrong with the image. It says the shooting hand, the player is using what appears to be his right hand for the shot, which is extended above his head. The wrist is cocked back, where it's typical to allow for a follow through that impacts backspin of the ball. The left hand or guiding hand is on the side of the ball. It seems to be in supportive position, not interfering with the flight of the ball. The ball is above the player's head. The shooting elbow seems to be slightly out rather than directly under the ball, which can affect shooting accuracy. The player's legs are not visible in the image, but the base is support. So it's pretty much telling me what's right and what's wrong with this shooting form. Again, imagine this were a student. You can take a picture of a student and it will analyze any type of form in PE. This can be used for not only PE, if you were a biology teacher and you have pictures of animals and you can ask students what species this is just from the picture. There's so many different use cases for vision in ChatGPT. Vision can even analyze student work. You can take a picture of their written work, of math work, and it will tell you what's wrong with their writing, feedback. It will grade their work for them. If you just imagine you're at home and you're grading papers, right? You can actually snap pictures of student work and it will grade it for you. So there's just so many different use cases that you can use with vision. Now, let's go to DALL-E 3 image creator. So with the image creator, imagine I were a history teacher and I wanted to create an image of ancient Rome, an ancient market in Rome, right? So I could say, create an image of a ancient Roman marketplace. Okay, you see there, right? You see that it created this image of this ancient Roman marketplace, right? So again, there's so many different use cases you could use for this. If you're an art teacher, you can have students create different styles of art with any type of artist that you would like. It can create logos. You can create images for discussion starters in class. I'll give you another example. Imagine I am a physics teacher and I want to illustrate Newton's third law of motion. I could say, illustrate Newton's third law of motion. So here we have, it's actually giving me, it looks like it's 2 Newtons, right? For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, and if I tell it explain the image, okay, it will explain how this represents Newton's third law of motion. And again, if I don't like that picture, it can give me another image, right? It shows 2 ice skaters pushing off each other with their hands. They're depicted in motion, indicating that the force of their mutual push has caused them to move in opposite directions. This action-reaction pair is a classic example of Newton's third law. Okay, so if you don't like the image, it can create another image. But again, many use cases you can use for DALL-E 3 in the classroom. Last but not least, the data analytics. You can upload data from student work and it will create graphs or charts. So as an example, I downloaded some data from the California Public School website about reading, right? And here it has different data. It has the different race and ethnicities broken up, right? Gender, and it has the scores and whatnot. So let's say I want a pie chart of the different racial groups, right? So I go back to ChatGPT. I can upload that image, okay? I can say create a pie chart of the different race and ethnicities. So it will analyze that data. And again, this can be any data. I just got some random data from the internet, but it can analyze your own personal data, right? I know a lot of times school districts have students testing data, right, from the previous years. So you could take all your students' data and create a pie chart from their reading scores or their math scores, and you can ask it any question from that data. So it takes about 30 seconds to a minute to analyze the data. Let's see what it does. Look, you see there, it created a pie chart, right, with the percentages of the different races. And if I wanted to create any type of chart, right, if maybe I want a scatter plot chart or a heat map, it can create that within the app. So again, there's so many use cases, whether that's vision, where you can upload images with your phone or on the internet, whether that's DALL-E 3, where it can create images, or whether that's the data interpreter. So again, ChatGPT paid version has so many different use cases. And if you're willing to spend that $20 a month, it can really up your teaching to another level, right? It can really just give you more resources in the classroom. I personally use it. I am a teacher. I use it in the classroom and it's helped me tremendously. So ChatGPT paid version is a great tool. If you don't want to, again, if you don't want to pay for it, there's still a lot you can do in the free version, which you can look at my last video. I did a tutorial on all the features in the free version. Another thing you can do in ChatGPT, which I didn't talk about in the free version, but you can do this in the free version as well, is you can create analogies. Imagine I am a science teacher and I'm teaching about the parts of a cell. I can say, create a story about the parts of a cell that relate to superheroes. right? So it's going to take the parts of a cell and it's going to relate it to superheroes. Let's see. Let's fast forward. So look, in the bustling city of Cellville, a remarkable team of superheroes known as the Organelle League, protecting the bustling metropolis. Each hero possesses unique powers akin to the vital functions of the parts of a cell that they represent. Captain Nucleus, Mitochondria and Matron, Rough Rider ER, Smooth Operator ER, Goldie Guardian, Lysosome Lancer. So it's taking the parts of that cell and it's relating it to superheroes. So you can do this with any topic. Imagine taking any topic and relating it to something that your kids are interested in. You could create analogies, and ChatGPT will create an analogy, whether that's, you can do this in history, you can do this in science and math, every single subject. Again, there's just so much you can do in ChatGPT. I hope you guys got value out of this, and I'll see you in the next video.